The year is 1847. You've just relocated to John Otis Waddell's village along the Ohio River. It is a spiritualist community. After you join the community, Mr. Waddles wants the community building moved from the center of the village to the banks of the Ohio River. You make friends in the community. You do events, services together. You establish friendships and are working towards building a community. It's finally starting to feel like home. On December 13th, 1847, the building has been relocated brick by brick over a span of months. December. It is cold. It's been raining. It's gray. We have a community dance. So singing, laughter, some drinking, and just general merriment. Little did you know, all of that rain is going to trigger flooding. And a building along a river that is flooding, it is a roll of the dice whether the river will take it or it will survive for one more flood cycle. This time, the building you were in, it rolls snake eyes. Double ones. The supports to the building are washed out. 150 of the 156 villagers are swept into the water. You, your friends, and your family do not survive. John Otis Waddles, the founder of the community, survives. Fast forward 100 and something years, this little community was called Utopia. It was between the small Ohio River towns of Ripley, Ohio, Higginsport, Ohio, and New Richmond, along a stretch of a two-lane highway stretch of road called US 52. Heading west, you have the waters of the Ohio River on your left, and on your right, you have rolling hills, oak trees, and various other native trees. A few spots you'll have eagles nesting in the treetops. But it's an idyllic, slow, and peaceful life. Utopia has one traffic signal, and it doesn't even work all the way. It's just flashing yellow light. There are houses in Utopia. The home of John Otis Waddles is still there. There is a general store. And there is a basement to a church. The spiritualist community's meeting place. That is all that remains of your community. All that remains of the life you once lived. Now, this community is so small you blink and you miss it. But if you drive through that community, you may feel uneasy as you go through it, and you may not even know why. You may not even know you just passed through a scene of tragedy. And this community deals with hauntings and just a weird vibe. Anywhere along the banks of a waterway or a river system, especially in the northern part of the United States, it can be very foggy. The fog can be very thick. There's only something like 45, 50 people living in that unincorporated village now. But stories of people walking along the roadway looking like they've just been in the water, And people, spirits knocking on doors, seeking help, and just a general eerie vibe are known to be felt throughout the Utopia area. The weird vibe and weird feeling is strongest in the basement of the church. There is nothing left of the community center. It all got washed down river ages ago. Most of it in 1847. So, how many spots in the areas that we live in, or the areas we've grown up in, have a similar fate to Utopia? This is the most famous of the 3 communities that have been built on this location. Just like the third one, the previous 2 failed. The first one was based on the teachings of French philosopher Fourier. The profit of the community was distributed amongst the people in the community for the work they had done. The second was an anarchist community. Work evenly distributed, it did not last a year. John Otis Waddles bought the community and the lands around it later on that same year, and had the community center moved to the banks of the river. It probably had a beautiful view, and it also had a fatal flaw. So how many stories do we have of the areas we've grown up in, the lands we've grown up in? The story of Utopia is one that is known very well where I'm from, but not well known outside of that small region of southwestern Ohio. I may share other stories the rest of the month. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of the month. Be on the lookout for other videos